what's going on over there? You know, this Ron type fella, he's cramping my style here. He's muscling in on my game. He's rustling my jimmies. Something's got to be done about this guy. You know old Frank, you know me. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't want to have to go to war over this fucking guy. You know, maybe it's time to pack up Franktown. Might be time to say goodbye. We set up a new place. I take my most loyal kiss asses. We set up Frank City. What do you think of that, huh? What up, my nerds? I'm Ricardo, the roleplay gamer, and I like to party. Welcome back to Sim Settlement Season 2, baby! This is Frank Island, and here will be the site for Frank City. So there's the story so far for those of you who are new to the series or just would like a little bit of a refresher. Ron, which is Kluger's character from his parallel series, we're doing an in-universe thing, if you weren't aware. He's hanging around Sunshine Tidings, and the basic story is he came to Franktown, you know, seeking refuge. He wanted to join Franktown, and Frank did not like the look of him, and perhaps rightly so, because he's ended up being a right git. And he kicked him out. He tossed Ron out on his ass, and Ron has sworn vengeance. So he set up his own settlement, much like Frank did when he was, you know, he was at the bottom of the food chain in Container City, and so he left to start his own settlement. Ron has done the same thing, history repeating itself, and his sworn vengeance upon Frank. And he's going pretty hard about it. So what he's done is, I think, you know, Frank scouts his spies amongst Ron's. Look, let's not go with spies just yet. We'll go with scouts. They're scouting out the area. They've found out that Ron is trying to establish a foothold on the other side of the Commonwealth, Finch Farm, I believe, and he's essentially just trying to surround Franktown, Starlight Drive-In. From here on out known as Franktown. He's trying to surround Franktown and close in on him and spring a trap and take Frank out one way or another. We don't know what he's planning, but it's some shit. So Frank, not being a warrior, not being a soldier, you know, he's a lover, not a fighter, and he's a merchant. He's a charismatic man, and he's a little bit of a shyster. He does things from behind the shadows. So he has decided he's not going to fight Ron. He's going to set up Frank City. He said, look, Franktown has had its day. It's Franktown is over. It's time to get into Frank City. So he's traveled with his most loyal kiss asses, 6 of the most kissiest, arsiest settlers this side of the Mojave. They've traveled across the Wasteland to Spectacle Island, from here on out known as Frank Island, and he's founded Frank City, baby, or we're about to found Frank City. So, I've got a little bit of a plan, and I'll walk you through it, you know, basically, and we'll get to the deets as we go about it, because I could just fill up like a half an hour video just telling my plans. Alright, so we're going to put some stairs down here, and this might be the very first thing we do. I'm going to get rid of that rock. We're going to grab some wooden stairs, and we're going to put this in. Done and dusted. Beautiful. All right. So this is going to get us down here, and this right here, once we get rid of some of the shrubbery and all this nonsense, this is going to be, you know what, that's fine. For a second, I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't get rid of that bush. No, it's fine. We don't need that bush. All right, so this is going to be our farming area. So let's get that done and dusted right now. And the reason I've chosen this area because it's relatively flat. The biggest issue here with Spectacle Island is it's just so hilly, and it's a little bit of a bitch to build on. once I'd gone through the trouble of getting rid of the Milet Queen and whatnot, and then I realized, oh shit, this place is actually really hilly. And I did a few test builds just to make sure that, I wasn't biting off more than I could chew, essentially. And I am, make no mistake. But look, I feel like we can do this. We have the means, we have the technology. We can get by. So we're going to move this little power pylon over here, and that'll be fine. A little bit of a tractor action in the middle of these farms. It's actually kind of perfect. So we're going to get rid of this over here, and this bush here. We can't take out these trees because we've got power attached to them. For those who don't know, I do believe our only source of power at the moment is actually coming from a boat, that little ship over there, and that's fine. That's fine. I think we can get rid of... Look, we'll build the stairs first. I think we can get away with this. Let's just put that down there, and if we have to move them, we'll move them. But essentially, I want to build, get this sort of walkway going. It's sort of like spine of the island, so we can walk through the whole place and get to, what will be our water production down there around the ship. We might do... Look, power is probably going to be sprinkled throughout. This part here, the highest point of the island, I think one of the highest points, certainly one of the most central points of the island is going to be known as Founders Hill. Founders Hill. Yes, I like it. All right, so this is going to be... We've got 6 settlers, and this is going to be where they live, and they're going to be special because they're the first ones who came with me. So once we fill out Founders Hill, which we will do this episode, it shouldn't take us long, we're going to wind down here, this sort of natural ramp, and come down here, and we've got ocean frontage, and this is going to be like our first little town. The way I see it, the best way to handle this is make a whole bunch of towns and then maybe link them, but we'll see how we go. I will improvise because I want to do my best to make Frank City feel like a proper city. Also, we have, there's been some mod changes. Check the description for a full mod list. Of course, as always, one of the big new additions is... Oh god, what's it called? I don't know what the mod's called. But I know what it does. I don't know what it's called, but I know the sound it makes when it kills a man. And that sound is giggity. So it's a mod that essentially boosts the max amount of settlers we can have in our settlement. So I think it's up to 60 now. We've got a nice view of the Pridwin from here. I appreciate that. So I've consulted King Gath before, going down this route, and I'm glad I did, because there is a limitation inherently in the engine. And that limitation is, I think he said 128 plots. So if we have a 60 settler cap, which is what I've set up, we should be fine. That means 2 plots per settler, and that's a job and a house, right? So we should have some left over, but that should be good. So we're going to set up, Founders Hill over here is going to be where we put our first residential plots. Then if we want over here, there's already sort of like pre-made farming areas right there where we're looking right here with this structure. So if we need more space for farms, we could actually absolutely put at least 2 farms here. I could get away with that, no problem. And over here at the docks, which is actually where our fast travel marker is, this is where we fast travel in, of course. I feel like if we can swing it, this is going to be our industrial area. Now, I'm a little less confident about this because it's very steep. I'm not really sure how I'm going to swing this. I could absolutely build it out this way, and now that I think about it, I actually might do that. This is the second time I've recorded this episode because the first one stuffed up. I'm not going to go into that. Multiple reasons. That footage is unusable. But the first time I actually put a factory here, an industrial plot here, and I've decided I'm not sure I like that. We're going to put, eventually, we're not going to do it anytime soon, I don't think, because it's probably going to take some finagling, but eventually we're going to put like a big arch there, if at all possible. I'd like to get some of those Art Deco, Gotham City style statues and like gargoyle sort of things all around the place. That'd be really cool. Give it that cool city vibe, if at all possible. I feel like we're not going to run out of space, not ever. The biggest issue is just making sure we use the space wisely, and I mean fill it out in a way that makes it feel like a city. So let's get started. Let's finally actually do this. So let's go residential plot. And so keep in mind we've got a stair down there, and I'm going to try and be as anal about this as possible. And what I mean by that is I really, really want it to look good. So we're going to check the back because it's really hilly, right? So it's kind of a nightmare to build on Spectacle Island. So I can actually push that back a little bit. Let's squeeze as much room as we can out of this. You know, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to push it any further. But I don't want any floating foundations. That just it really annoys me. I'm not a huge fan of that at all. Alright, so that's our first house. Good to go. So while we're at it, you know, I'll get rid of these trees. And we'll put in another house. And then I think I'm going to call a town meeting, which is new functionality. Let's check. Yeah, we've got to lower this. Absolutely. We've got to lower that. No problem. Alright, let's see our situation over here. You know what? That's kind of perfect. I can... Is it though? Look, see how there's a little bit of a gap? It's the only one. That's sort of our margin for error. I'm gonna say that's okay. We're really not going to notice that. And beautiful. Straight off the bat, our favorite house. And actually in a kind of favorable direction. So it's sort of like, it sets up this corner that's going to naturally weave into the farms here. So this is a new addition. This is the Animal Farm add-on. So we're farming, well, animals. Oddly enough. Mole rats, rad roaches over here. And we got, you know, the standard farm there, which is fine. We'll put another farm over here when we need it. But for the moment, it's probably fine. So we're going to get out of workshop mode. I'm going to quick save. We're going to go into the Pip-Boy, and I'm going to show you what we're doing here. We're going to go over to, oh god, MISC, City Manager, all the way down to Tools, and call town meeting. Alright, and then I think I've got a whole tab. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to get all our settlers. It's basically the bell, but supercharged. So all of our settlers belonging to this settlement are going to appear before us, and they're essentially going to become temporary followers for, I'm just guessing, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. Anyway, for it's temporary. And they're going to follow me around. And it's better than the bell, because the bell doesn't grab everyone. I think because it's radius based, not like settler where they live based. So as you see, we got 6 peeps here. Pal. Okay, glad to help out.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here.
Damn right.
Anyway, we appreciate the help.
Yes. So we've got Zoe. We've got Joshua, who's looking a little bit stylish there. We've got Ellie back there. We've got a new Lyle in suit action. We've got Sydney over here. And we've got
What's going on?
Isla. Isla, is that maybe? Okay. That's fine. These are our 6 founders. Maybe they'll sit at the head of the council. Yeah, we'll get some sort of council shit going. That's some deep roleplay right there. Oh god. Why though? Really? Look, this is a perfect opportunity to get some light going straight off the bat. So we absolutely want to adequately light this whole place, because I'm sick of the darkness. So let's grab a big old light, and we will place it there. Beautiful. So one thing oh god, really? One thing I realize I haven't, oh, why though? Oh god, why would you do this? No. Oh, seriously though? Look, we'll fix it up. Let's get the other houses down. One thing I noticed I haven't thought about yet is commercial. So I was thinking maybe we come around here as well. We'll see. Look, let's get our over here house down. It'll be fine. Boom. And I think I want to squidge it in a little bit. We'll check the back just to make sure. Oh god, plenty of room. I could actually, and I might, pull it back a little bit. Give it some... You know what? All the way back. We may as well. If at all possible, I like to have some sort of square situation. Founders Square atop Founders Hill. Yeah, we'll put like a fountain in the middle. This is good. This is actually better than what I had originally planned, and I appreciate that. So we can do that, and we should be able to... How are we going to swing this? We'll put a light out front here, I think. Get it? Oh god. Yeah, that's more or less okay. Maybe we'll put it here. Yes. Oh, this is going to be good. Yeah, this will work. Okay, and that's how we're going to attach it there. Look, it's a little bit fiddly, and we'll fix it up. But for the moment, we're receiving power across the board, and I like that. We should be receiving power across the board, yeah. Alright, 3 more houses. 3 more houses and we'll be good to go. So this is a little bit different to what I initially planned. Like I said, we've got a lot more open space here now. We're going to get rid of these trees. Come on. And maybe that one there. And we will see if we can get away with a saucy little placement right here. We've also got to get stairs in at some point. Alright, see, this I'm not crazy about. What if we just drop it right down? How does that look at the front? Oh god, you know what? It could be worse. Listen, we'll scoop it around a little bit, I think. So hopefully it shouldn't have to tackle the slope as harshly as it does. Let's have a look. Oh god. Listen. No? Yeah, right. Rebuild the same model though. It should be fine. And we need to get rid of that tree because that's vexing me. How does this look? Ooh, look, it'll probably be fine. It's probably going to be fine. So I'm not going to sweat too much about it. If it ends up being a model that is really affected by, you know, half of the plot being underground, then we'll deal with it. But I think it's going to be alright. I'm kind of liking this. In the center here, like right here, is where we'll put a fountain or something. That'll be great. Let's get rid of this stuff and put in another house. And this one shouldn't have any problems. I hope. Okay. Actually, that's not at all what I want. Oh god. Oh god. Because we wrapped around too hard. And that might be okay. Yeah, that's fine. So let's check the back of it. Just double check. That is perfect. Okay, so I might actually put in another house here, and then that's going to lead across the bridge. Actually, that's fantastic. I hadn't planned this, but I love that this is where it's going. Okay. One more house. Right in betwixt here. A little bit higher to avoid the shrubbery. And let's see how that looks. Look, it's a... Oh, God, no. Absolutely not. So we might have to move the bridge. And if that... Look, if that's how we have to do it, that's fine. Alright, how does that look? That's totally fine. I'm cool with that. So maybe, yeah, let's move the bridge then. We'll move it... clip through the terrain a little bit, and we'll make it a little bit longer, and that should be fine. Hopefully this doesn't look like arse. You know what? Could be worse. Could be better. Let's angle it. Oh, just a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So we don't have to... Look, if we can avoid cutting through trees, if at all possible, I'll do it. And we might end up just moving this again, actually. Just between you, me, and the gatepost. You know, maybe doing that. Yeah, I think this is going to work for us. We'll get there eventually. And maybe can we actually attach like a little stair there? If we can get away with that, I'll be happy. No, we can't. It's alright. We'll just put another one down. That'll be fine. Waste a little bit just to finish that up there. I'm okay with it. Boom. And there we go. There's our little bridge. I like that. We'll save it up. So how many houses have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. All right. So let's wire all these up. This is... Oh God, what have I done? I put it around the wrong way. Look, that's fine. We'll just rebuild. We'll try our best not to move at all. Oh God, I think... No. We have to a little bit. Look. We've taken snap off now. It's fine. Can we get kind of central? There we go. All right. Same model. This shouldn't mess us up too bad. This is the one that's sort of in the ground, isn't it? Let's have a look. No, that's fine. Yeah, I can deal with that. I'm okay with that. All right. This is getting good. That's all wired out. So we've got Founders Square. Well, it will be Founders Square. Maybe we have some sort of archway, gateway thing. I'm going to put in another house just to sort of cap this off. So we'll get rid of this and go over to our residential plot and put in a saucy little house just here. That should be the right way around. Yep, that's pretty good. That's good enough. Just sort of get this bend going maybe, or do we tilt it? Maybe we tilt it a scooch. Alright, look. Don't... Listen, plot. I will fight you. Oh, God. How does that work? Look, I'm going to have to turn the snapping off. I don't like this one bit. How does this look? Listen. You're breaking my heart right now. Okay. That better not look terrible. Look, I can live with it, I think. Just in the interest of letting this snake around, you know? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, and then we have like a guard post here. Like a scaffold guard post to cap it off. I really like that. And then we're going to essentially snake down here into another like little secondary courtyard here. Ocean frontage. It's going to be fine. So while we're waiting for our settlers to fill all that up, one thing that we absolutely need to do is build a beacon. Like that's the first thing we should have done, right? Okay, so can we go to the SOE pack and build access additional functionality and connected objects, please? Oh, hang on, no. So I'm looking at the wrong one now. We want the good beacon. Attracts new settlers to your settlement when turned on. Wireless powered like lights. No turn on animation. Sounds like my ex-wife. I've never been married. All right. Let's just put it at the back here. I eventually want to attach it to something big, and it's going to be real sexy. So I think that's getting power, right? just to be 100% sure, I'm going to just put one of these down. Because I don't want to get into like a few episodes and then realize actually our recruitment radio thing is not receiving power. So that's fine. This is all working out for us. So just quickly before it gets dark, we're going to put in some water so that our settlers don't die of thirst. And we're going to grab the tried and true water purifier that you may remember from Franktown. Where's the little nozzle? There it is. Okay, so we're just going to pop it in here. And this, I think, is where we're going to build all our water producing sort of stuff. Right near the water. It'll be perfect. So now we need lights because Founders Hill is going to get dark real quick. Alright, so what sort of lights do we want? I like these ones because they kind of suit the theme that I'm going for, but they might not give off much light. We'll see how we go. You know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that being kind of half in, half out there. Alright. That's working for us. We'll slip another one in here, just real saucy like. Hook her up. Hang on, we haven't run out of power, have we? Oh, hang on. Well, I mean, it might help if we actually power up that that house, right? Look, this is looking okay. Let's light up down the hill. Yeah. Move that forward a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? I like that. And then we'll just set up like, oh god, what sort of light do we want? Well, we need to signify that there's a bridge there, right? Oh god, but what kind of light? Is there anything in the SOE pack? We'll go to lights, floor lights. I don't think there's anything really, nah. Alright, let's go back to our standard stock lights and see if there's anything at all. Like, what would we could put down track lights, but they're not really, nah. Not a huge fan of that. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we could just, you know what, maybe we just go, it's a different kind of light, just to signify that, hey, this is the bridge, and we put it there. So yeah, it's smaller, it's more like a park light, I can deal with that. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. This is kind of cool, actually. Yes. So then what we can do, we can have like a back alley sort of thing, come around here, and then it can come down into like a yet another square, like another sort of side village thing. I want to try and get it looking so that it feels like it's little lanes and alleyways and back alleys and shit. That'd be really cool. So like when you're walking in the alleys of Frank City, it feels like, oh shit, this is a big oppressive city, and I'm looking up and there's double-story buildings and shit. So we also need to, actually no, that's really, I've got it. So we don't, here at the waterfront, yes, this is going to be a commercial district. So we don't have people living here, we just have a bunch of shops. Yes, so that is where the Founders Hill people shop. So keep in mind, we're going to have 60 settlers here if all goes well. So we're going to need like a lot of places to service all these people, and you will have essentially, like it's hopefully going to feel like one homogenous city, but it's going to function like a whole bunch of different towns. At the moment, we have 0 defense, and I'm okay with that for now because we're just setting up. We're setting up Franktown, and that's right. You know what? I will do one thing, and in anticipation of eventually building a proper guard tower here, I'm just going to put in a saucy little turret somewhere where it doesn't look terrible. Look. I'll put it there, it's fine. We'll put a turret here, and maybe one up here. Just to signify that, yes, this is one day going to be our defense sort of point. And that's, you know, for those of you who are screaming at the screen right now going, build defense. There you go, I've done it. So we've got, how many farms did I build? Was it 3? So we've got enough food. Yeah, we've got 3 farms. We've got enough food, but not enough jobs yet. So I think next episode we'll probably get started on industrial. I'm still going to mull over where we put it. Like maybe we might even put it behind, like maybe not necessarily even at the docks. I'm still sort of deciding on that. I had planned to do like a couple episodes tonight, but it's getting late now. The first video kind of balked itself, so it's gotten late. I got to do just the one. So I probably will be able to check your... Oh god, maybe not. We'll see. I might be able to check your comments first. But let me know, where do you think industrial should go? We can always move it. If you know, if we want to. Oh god, there's so much space though. There's so much space. I'm really happy with what we got going so far. And oh god, yes. Yes, though. So there you go, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Taste the game. Be excellent to each other. And I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer out.